Hi, hello, wonderful people. This is Alashala Omio. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Osumari. It's one of our deity in the Africa, Yoruba, to be precise. Is the spirit of the rainbow. Some people, I'm sure, all backgrounds, culture, they probably have the name they call this. I'll call it spirit or element, but in Yoruba we call this spirit Osumari. Hello, wonderful people, lovely having you guys here. So I'm gonna try to share this broadcast on my my platform, on my original platform, which is Alashala. So kindly bear with me. I'll be with you in a second. Lovely having you guys. A happy New Year. This is the first video I'll be doing in 2021. You guys are probably asking, so where have I been? Where have you guys been yourself? Wanda, lovely having you guys here. I've been here in London because I mean it was early this month we another round of lockdown, and so because of that, movement have been restricted. You can hardly go anywhere. Movement one second. Yes, I've been here just trying to stay safe with my family and see what hello Abiola, I told you guys I'll be back. So one second. Share now, public. Yes, hello Kemi, happy New Year, my beautiful. Lovely having you guys. I've missed you. I have missed you. I've missed you so much. Like I said, I said earlier, I wanted to. Was it last week? I wanted to come out, and then the thing with me, when you're talking about, you're doing the spiritual issue, when you're talking about the Orishas, it's I mean, you can talk about other spiritual issues like New Age spirituality and stuff. Hello, hello, my beautiful. Oh, lovely. I've seen my babies are here. My mother, so lovely have you guys here. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. I've missed you guys so much. Lovely to see you guys. It's I'm just saying this is the first show I'll be doing in the new year. Yeah, I know, baby. It was I'm gonna kick in a bit of Yoruba here and there. So, when you can't go out, you can't travel, we don't know what's going to be happening. So I've just been in London, trying to, thank you, darling. I love you. I love you. I love you guys so much. Trying to stay safe and just be with my babies and, with business, just trying to, keep my head, above the water and, so what else are they going to bring on? So that's why I've been, and like I said, when you're talking about Orishas, because they are spirits, so you can't just, that's where I see it. That's how I feel it. You can't just be, today I'm going to be talking about Shun. No. It's whenever the Orisha is ready. The Orisha I'm going to kick in, I'm going to just start now. The Orisha we're going to be talking about here today is called Osumari. That is the Yoruba name for this Orisha. It's the spirit of rainbow. So just like we have Oshun, we have Yemoja, we have Shango, I'm sure, yeah. It's scared to go to work. Don't be scared, my baby. Don't be scared. Just you take the precaution and if you don't feel like going, then don't. Because your baby, Kemi, I could see you there. Hello, Ajia, Miriam, lovely having beautiful people here. I'll come to that. Let's talk about this first, and then, I'm probably going to chip in, a bit of info that that I've been able to pick up here and there, that I'm using also to guide myself and my family, as we, and I'm sure, from now on, because they said the vaccine is out now and then it's optional. A lot of people have concerns around it. But, in the UK here, I think about 6 million, they've already had the jab. And from what they are saying, no one had died yet. Yeah, so thank you. Kemi, let's just go to this today's topic, and then we'll come and talk about COVID and what have you, maybe towards the end of the video. So like I said, this Orisha is called So I'm going to talk in the sense of when this Orisha is now like it's a spirit, it's a deity now. You see. But from what history told us, what Ifa, the legend, what they told us, tale from Yoruba traditional religion told us, he was once a mortal like us also. This Orisha, this Osumari, you see. And then I'm just going to go briefly on how he lived his life when he was here, how he was able to transform himself, from someone that no one actually, thought that it would not amount to anything. And then today is actually a deity that we all, his name is hanging around. He's been here for donkey years. He's probably going to still be around after we all have long gone. It's from him being able to transform himself from seemingly ordinary, because that was what history told us, that even his mates, they probably, they don't even want to have nothing to do with him, thought that it was never going to amount to anything. So, but today he's a deity, and it's not just ordinary deity, a very, very powerful one, that when you know how to tap into his element, and then, a lot of good stuff can happen, and I'm just going to go briefly how you can do that towards the end of the video, but I'm going to give you the intro first. Like I said, I'll talk a bit about when he was a mortal being like us, and now he's a deity, you see. So for people that are familiar, or you probably want to just do a bit research, then I always say that, you see, in my videos, you can do more research. The reason why I do that is, you see all these our Orishas, our ancestors, they came here before us, and then there's nothing that we're going to be going through now in our lifetime while we're here now. You want to call like a hardship or whatever, or tribulation, or challenges that they have not experienced. You see, and then when we look at the way they live their lives, and then all the obstacles, challenges they faced them, and the way they were able to overcome. So if we can just look at how how they were able to do that. If we could take time, instead of sometimes we're just looking for something that's already right in front of us, but because we are, we're human. We probably think, oh, when you have an issue now, you probably think, oh my God, it's going to be a lot of something I have to do before I can get solution to it. And the solution could be actually right beside us. So that's what I always say in my videos too. See the way how they live their lives, and if even now, after many decades or centuries they've been gone, and they're still around, that their spirits are still around, their names are still on our lips, then that must say something also. So I'm just going to kick in. Like I said, I'm probably going to kick a bit of Yoruba here and there. Today I'm talking about Yoruba deity. So I'm not going to be saying it's Oriki, which I probably would. So according to Yoruba traditional religion, after the creation of heaven and earth, that is, when it depends on some religion groups. Some may think, oh, they call it different name, but that is heaven and earth, and all the great divinities, all the other Orishas were created. It was then that Olodumare assigned Osumari his own task, and that is to strike a signal across the earth indicating that creation is complete. So that was from here is when he was a mortal being. So when you look at when you talk about Dudua, you talk about Obatala, you see that they all came, hello darling, thank you darling. So Osumari, pronounced Osumari. When a lot of people, they will say the name. Some will say the beginning went to Oshun, which is, you could see a bit of Oshun there. Mare is a part of Olodumare. Olodumare, who's Olodumare? Some people will say God, God, God. I refer to Olodumare. I call him Olodumare, or a supreme energy of the universe, because that's where I see. That's where I see the universe, in a collective universe. Because I don't believe that it's just only one, because when we have one God, we have a lot of gods, goddesses. So the way Olodumare, the way I see Olodumare is beyond that. You see, so that's why I always, so a supreme energy of the universe. You see, so he was the one, is the one that created that, and that's why some people, some religion, that's why it always fascinates me why, when, you know, I'm not the kind of person that I'll come out and be arguing, blah blah. No. Because they think that if you are into spirituality or African traditional or Yoruba traditional religion, they think that maybe you are talking about other gods or some, or is this same person. And then when you talk about the Orishas, you can say they are like saints, obviously, but so they always think that, traditionalists, we believe that Orisha are God. No. They are also messengers, but they can intercede for us, you see. And then some of them, we have them in parents. And then when you look at yourself, your personality, if, for example, if you're a child of Osun, and if you're male or female, you will see a lot of energy that will resonate with you. That when you look at the way you do some stuff, if you truly take time to find out about yourself, then you would, and then when you will know without any doubts, you will know yourself. Especially if you are more spiritual, you have all this gift of third eye, and then you're able to travel to another realms. Hello, Baba mi. Baba Jide, long time in here, Baba. Lovely to have you here, Baba mi. So yeah, like angel. So angeli burning. But they seems to think that when you are a traditionalist, we believe that Obatala is God, or we pray. No. They are there to intercede. So if it's almost like you have someone there, like in your corner, that can go before you or with you to Olodumare. You see. So and that is why sometimes when I look at that, I'm not going to go into that because I just want to go straight. Osumari symbolizes the union of heaven and earth. So when you talk about this Orisha, because I'll come to that. Before you can see a rainbow, there's got to be two elements in place. Otherwise, a rainbow doesn't just appear like that. You see, so, but this Osumare here, it symbolizes the union of heaven and earth. He's in control of movements. Change. Those are the stuff that when we are going through this phase in our life, say, for example, movement or change, you're trying to move from one place of work or to another. Good evening, Babami. Lovely to see you, Baba Mominko. Ati Yami, Ebami Kimo. Olodumare Maduro Tiwao. Lovely, I'm happy to see you, beautiful people. So, so when, or unity, this is a Orisha that could help when you are going through stuff like that. Mobility, balance, continuity, and permanence. Osumari rules transformation and anything that goes in circle. That is, such as rain and drought. That is in Yoruba. Poverty and wealth. Whatever that moves in circle, this Orisha is in charge of it. When you are going through stuff like that in your life, it's the Orisha that you can actually tap into. I'll tell you how to do that. When you see, Baba, thank you, sir. When you see rainbow, what you can do at that time, or you can even just say, because its energy is around at that time. Like I said, this rainbow doesn't just, it's not here all the time. You see, when we see rainbow, hello Julia, darling, Brandon Wilson, lovely to see you, beautiful people. Happy New Year. You're probably asking me, where have I been? I've been at home, just eating and putting on weight. And then I'll try and go to now gym are closed. You can't even go. So I've got a good excuse not to do exercise. The other day I was climbing the stairs. I said to my son, my eldest son, I said, I must have lost 5 stones. And he said to me, Mommy, you must be joking. You only just went down the stairs twice, and then you've lost 5 stones. Anyway, don't let me forget what what we are talking about here. So this Orisha here is one that we can tap into when we are going through. It's not, I won't call them challenges, a phase, because when like a rain or drought, whatever that goes in circle, or time of poverty and wealth, Osumari is the protector of children. You see. So for people, Hello, Baba mi Uthman. Lovely to see you. Happy New Year, darling. So some people, you think because it's a male Orisha, or maybe it's only Osun or Yemoja that cares about children. No, no, no. Our male Orisha, they are father. They are our fathers too. No one person can have a child. Èèyàn méjì ló máa ń bí ọmọ. It takes two. It doesn't matter if father is there, father is not there, mother is there, mother is not. But before, at the time of conception, there were two people. And so therefore, we have father and mother. And so that's the same thing with Orishas. Some people, they'll think that, oh, because of maybe Shango is a male Orisha, or she's a male Orisha, or like Osumari we are talking about here today is a male Orisha. Some people, they'll think, oh, because it's a male Orisha, I probably don't know about nothing about children. Or no, Abia money. It's a father. You see, he's a protector of children. I'm sure on this platform, there's a lot of our fathers, my brothers there. I know Baba Tunde, you know, and Baba mi Shotomi, you know, I've seen you guys, you know, with your kids' pictures, where, you know, detective, that I've seen you celebrating, you know, so I know you guys would probably, understand what I'm talking about here. That this Orisha here is Abiyamo, is a protector of children. Is a kind of element or energy that you could tap into for protection. Anytime you see rainbow that comes on, he's there. He'll protect children. As long when he's around. You see, I say, yeah, just like Shango. In my old Bifa, Shango and Ishu, they are my fathers. So when you think that some people feel, oh, because Shango, he's always coming with fire in his mouth. Maybe no. It's so nurturing, Shango. Very, very protective father. The same thing with Eshu. Oh my God, Lalu. No. You don't mess with their babies. So my fathers on this platform, I'm sure you guys will agree with me that it doesn't male. Sometimes if you are not careful, they even their own when it comes to children. Sometimes some of them they're even they're over caring more than even us mothers. The way they go about it. You see, because when men are going through some stuff, just because they probably don't talk about it, because the way we women we always say are concerned, little thing, what's going to happen, they probably keep it in. But nonetheless, if you really know them, you would know how much they are concerned about their children and their well-being. You see, so same thing here with this Orisha that we're talking about, Osumari. Osumari, the rainbow serpent. Now, is a symbol. It's like a serpent. I will come into that. It's only possible. That's what I was saying earlier on. So a rainbow doesn't just come out. You can see me today in my blue and red choker there. That's for Osumari. I said, okay, today, all right, Papa. Because like I said, I've been wanting to talk about this Orisha, but when the Orisha is not ready, you can feel it. You see, like I said, it's been like a year ago that it will crop my mind. It will just, come across my mind that, okay, Osumari, and then somehow I can feel it. I love you too, my darling. That no, I'm not ready. So I will just leave it. And then, go to the Orisha, it's almost like they will tap me. That okay, yeah, and then sometimes you go like a week or two, and I probably won't maybe I was busy with business, but as soon as I close my eyes, because my third eye is very active, I'm probably gonna see the beats of that Orisha. I'm probably gonna by the time I'm, they're always coming to me like that, so it is now that this Orisha is ready. That okay, Alashola, go there and talk, and that is why you see me here today. So as I was saying, before you see rainbow, before you see Osumari. It's only possible when two elements are present. These elements are water and sunlight. When the sun ray hits water, that is sun ray, if you hit water at an angle of 42 degrees, a rainbow is manifest. And that is the only time it will come out. Now that's what I'm saying, that this Orisha is not a Orisha as in this is the Orisha of what can I say in English? It's very posh like that. Yeah, it's very, very posh. You can't just see rainbow anyhow. You see, You can even see children, even us as adults, whether you are driving or you just, open your window and you see rainbow, we always say, oh, rainbow, look at rainbow, you see. Because it's not something that we see every time, you see. So, and that is why that is. The color of the rainbow actually represents the color of the chakras. You see, when you look at our chakras, and that is why swagger to pọ̀ jù swagger Osumari ti pọ̀ jù mi ò rí irú ẹ̀rí ẹgbà mi kẹ́. So that's what I was saying. If you see the color of rainbow, and that's what I found interesting about spirituality. All these are elements. The way they're very elegant, the way they all come together. If you look at the color of the rainbow and you look at the color of our chakras, you will see that is there. You see, so then the way you're now thinking, okay, how do I merge it together? That, okay, this is rainbow. I can see the color of our chakras are exactly the same. Now, what is that? Where is the union? Where is the connection here? You see? So, in essence, Osumari is a representation of Kundalini energy. For people that don't know about Kundalini, you could just, go. I will just talk a little bit about it, but you can do more. Kundalini is the unobstructed flow of energy through the chakras, from the root to the crown. You see, and that is when you look at Kundalini and you look at the color of the chakra and you look at the color of the rainbow, you are like, so this is how this. Here is the connection here. Then I'll come to how we can use that to benefit, to enhance our living. Hi, baby.
Hey, Mom.
Sorry, my youngest is here. My wuru. So, as I was saying, so you can see that making Osumari the roadway to unleashing divine consciousness. Because when you talk about chakras, we're talking about energy. How are we going to balance our chakras? Because without them being in balance, in tune together, we cannot, the best of us cannot come out. You see, how can we, so how are we, and what is the connection there with Osumari? Because, so what is there, how is that going to help me? It's Alashola, what are you saying here? So, Osumari color, and that is chakra. But we know what chakra is about. So when you think about chakra, how we can, when they are not in alignment, how is it, how does that affect our lives compared to when they are? So, and that is where Osumari comes in there. Even us as an individual, even then, it's still very present. So the divine rainbow serpent, that is Osumari, provides us with the opportunity to connect, and that is the answer there. There is people that are asking me, so where is the connection? You see, so that's what Osumari, that is his role, provides us with the opportunity to connect with our destiny by traveling through our inner self, and that's our chakras. Osumari provides an infinite gateway of immense power. You see, because when your chakras they are in alignment, I'm telling you, nothing you do, you prosper. Everything you touch, because that's your being. You're not just about just your soul, your body here. Your body, mind, soul, everything is in an alignment. That is when our purpose, our life purpose, we can actually be able to understand that. The best of us, that's when it can come out. All our potentials, all our gift, abilities, whatever it is. That is when they are, our vibration is going to be our frequency is going to be very high there, you see. And then when you are at that place in your life, I'm telling you, there's nothing you will not do. So that's a place of power, and that is what Osumari, is teaching us then. So because Kundalini is raised through the divine breath of life, that is people that practice Kundalini, they probably know what I'm talking about. For newbies, you can just Google it. All of this stuff. When you see me, talking about spirituality, and the way I'm able to merge my Orisha, my ancestors from Africa, you see. And that is why I am so confident with what I'm doing. I'm so, so happy. So I was not always like this. There was a time in my life that I was, that was confused as into, I'm a kind of person when I don't just, you can't just tell me something and you just expect me to take it and I will just sync with me. If you say it and I'm not saying anything, I'm thinking in my head, the moment I leave your side, I'm going to go and search for that thing. You see, until my spirit is okay, for Lashade, or, Adenike, this is it, So, and that when you talk about New Age, and people call them New Age, they've been around for ages. Spirituality, you talk about astral traveling, you talk about frequency, and stuff like that. And then you merge them with my belief that my ancestors, the way they live their lives, all the elements, the living consciousness, the way they were able to merge that into them, So I'm able to bring my knowledge from Africa, from my ancestors, into what I'm doing now. Thank you, darling. So, and that is why, I for people that are not there, I'm just thinking my mind that so you can just go to a place. I'm not, whatever religion you are doing, if you are happy, stay there. But for me, this is my path. Everyone has their own path where their soul feel fulfilled. When oh, I'm at home. You see. So, and that is, I'm just saying here, these are some of the reasons that, what's the word to use there, that made it possible for me to accept, to be comfortable, to settle that, okay, this is me. You see, with that, sorry, I've got my incense here. They don't think Alashola is smoking. You don't think I'm smoking weed here. It's the incense. I love my incense. They're very calming. That's why you can see the smoke coming, across my glasses there. So as I was saying, Osumari is sometimes represented by a serpent that twists and bite its own tail. That's what I was saying earlier on. That thank you, darling. That you could, when you see some of the symbol for this Orisha, it may be some sort of like you see like a serpent that twists and bites its own tail. Osumari is at the same time male and female. So when we're talking about this Orisha, it's not just you can say male. I was since I've been referring to him as he, but because to me that's the way I see it. But his energy is actually is dual natured Orisha. It's male and female. So when he, a lot of people, when you connect with this Orisha, it depends on how, if something that is, if it's your Orisha like a father or mother, it depends on the way it will come to you. Like for me, Olokun is male. In Ile-Ife, they will say Olokun is female. And when you get to Edo, Olokun is actually a male over there. You see. And then none of them, none of them, because they are both right, because these are the Orisha, they are dual in nature like that. They have some Orishas that are like that. So this Orisha we're talking about here is one of them. Then it's gonna appear in color red and blue. That's what you could see me in this beads that you could see on my you could see there. That's Segi. Segi is an old old beads back in ancient time in Africa. It's actually, I've just got my I want that Moshi in, so it's going to be on my website. But this is a choker. You can see the choker there. The choker, that's the blue one, and you can see red. So that's just color for Osumari. I thought I would do that just to celebrate him here today. And after I finished, I thought, okay, it's actually nice. I might just be using it, I thought I was just going to do it for Osumari. Anyway, so today, that is when he was, when you're talking about he's being a spirit here. But I'm going to go through a little tale when he was a mortal being. As I said earlier on, Osumari was once a babalawo, like a Ifa priest. Son of, he began his life with a long period of, people see him as an ordinary person, and his peers held him in contempt. You see, he probably didn't even know what he wanted to do. So that's what I'm saying here. When I talk about the Orishas, sometimes, and I try to relate that to us, it doesn't matter where stage you get in life. There's sometimes when you come to a time that it could be the profession that we are doing, it could be relationship, it could just even be us that you're thinking, you just feel that something is not right. And you might still be going to the same work, but somehow in your mind or your soul has already left. You're just going there, you're just sort of going through the motion, just going every day, or probably just thinking about the bill, or you're thinking because you've not actually able to come to a conclusion of what you want to do next. But what you are doing, you sort of find it's no longer fulfilling. You're just going there anyway. You still do, it's just like just something to do. But in your mind, the passion has already gone. So, here, when you think about Osumari, his younger days, when he was a motor being, it was like an ordinary, they don't even see him as anything. The dad, one second. His friend, they're not even thinking he's gonna be amounting to anything. He probably doesn't think he has got anything special in himself anyway. But with his gift, whatever that thing is that he has got, that the universe has invested in him, his ability, his talent, his gift, whatever we want to call it, when it was not discovered, he probably didn't even have any idea. But it later went on. I will go into just a little bit about that, just so that we can sort of what's the word here? Sort of relate. I think that's the word in a sense to the way this Orisha was able to come out from being a nobody to a very special Orisha that we are talking about him. Me and you, we are here today just talking about him. His spirit is with us, his energy is around us here. So from what we were told, Ifa told us that Osumari was exploited. So that was when he was a motor being. So he was a babalawo, like Ifa priest. So for what Ifa told us, and Ifa he would never lie, he would just tell us, exactly what happened. So Ifa told us that Osumari was exploited by Olofin. Olofin was the king of Ile-Ife at that time. So back in the days, the beginning of, in the ancient, when our ancestors were around. So he was the king of Ile-Ife at the time. And now he was a client, he was Osumari client. So what then will happen is Osumari will divine the king's luck. He will divine the king's luck every 4 days. So Osumari will always come to the palace, to Olofin's palace, to divine his Ifa, and tell the king what's going to happen, if something that the good that they see, or if it was nothing so good, how they can avert that, what appeasement to do, blah blah. So he would always come every 4 days to do that. But from what Ifa told us, the history, the tale was that the king paid him next to nothing. So now this Olofin, was the king of Ile-Ife at that time. So he was exploiting Osumari. He wasn't paying him for his work, what is due. So he would just probably just give him some peanuts, or probably nothing at some other time. So because of this, Osumari struggled to get by. When you're just walking, and then you could see there was, if not because he was actually devoted to what he was doing, he probably would be thinking about to go and look for other profession. Maybe he should turn to be a farmer, or maybe he should become a hunter or something like that, because this Ifa business is not, he's not paying his bill. He could hardly even eat, and he's working. He will go to the palace every 4 days. Adafa, he will divine for the king. He was the one. You see, Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kò ní ṣe wá ní German machine bí jẹ́kì ẹni tó kàn máa ṣiṣẹ́ ṣá working, nothing to show for it. So this was what was happening to Osumari at that time. So, but he just kept to what he was doing. I'm sure he loved what he was doing. Ifa, he just will still go. So you could see the way Ifa eventually blessed him. What then happened was, luckily for Osumari, it was called by Olokun. As we all know that Olokun, a very, very olowo gan, very rich. Nǹkan tí mo fi ń kó jẹ gangan nìyẹn. Oh, no, that's not the only one. Oh, there's this Alashola. Okay, that's why you say you are just going to stick with Olokun. And any other man, you say they should go away. Mi ò fẹ́ bolo ṣìṣe jàre. Mi ò lè wá kú. You see, Olokun, Olowo gan, Olokun, whatever you have to do with Olokun, if it come to you, I'm telling you, you are sorted. Bàbá mi ìjọba jíjẹ ní ẹ sọ pé owó lobìnrin mọ women are just after money. No. On top of that, Olokun is very loving, I can tell you. But money, the financial aspect, help gan. That gan. So when Olokun called Osumari, that what happened was, one of his sons suffered from a strange illness. The Olokun's one of his sons was, there was a issue with the child, always sick, and then so he called Osumari. Luckily for Osumari, he was able to cure the child of the whatever he was going through. Olokun was so happy because he did something that has been calling all of these people to come and because when you have money but God forbid the child is sick. What's the point? And he had actually tried different from what we were told, but none of them was able to. I'll come to sorry, if I'm going to be answering that, I won't be able to do this show. So you can inbox me and I will answer that. Sorry guys, sorry there, Amani. Sorry, because if I'm going to answer that, that means I'm going to have to stop, and I don't want to do that. So as I was saying, so the Olokun was so happy that Osumari, thank you so much. This child, he was always worried about God, he spent a lot of money. Money was not the problem, but finding the right person that will be able to cure the whatever the illness the child was going through. So Osumari was able to do that. So what then happened was, and went back to Olokun now was, gave Osumari back of cowries, big, gifts in the form of money, presents, whatever, Olokun, Osumari that came there with just one cloth on his back. But when he now went back, because when Olokun called, we know where Olokun lived, Abeodulowa. So he went there to treat the child, Olokun. So from when he finished, the Olokun now blessed Osumari. So when Osumari now returned back to Ile-Ife, someone that left with nothing, they probably think, the king will probably think, where did he go? Baby lo ma pa, ba fe yoju a pada wa madafa. But when Osumari came back to Ile-Ife, what we were told at the time, he came back with a lot of presents. He was well dressed in the most beautiful blue cloth. We know blue ni color Olokun. One dash of big regalia, massive present, gift owo. This guy that left with nothing. Now the Olofin, that was the king in Ile-Ife at the time. Olofin, the then king of it, was shocked by this sudden splendor. He has already, he probably thought, what is the Osumari? To now see him with all of this, he changed, gone, it's transformed from a wretched, somebody to, some. So Olofin was now wondering that, so what happened? So he now felt bad, conscience, guilty conscience, that he felt bad about his previous greed, the way he had treated Osumari. That so this guy is this powerful like this, that Olokun was able to make Olokun so happy. And even because Olokun is even more richer than Olofin. So when you compare the wealth of Olofin, it would change his Olofin's money to change compared to what wealth that Olokun has got. So Olofin was wondering, wow, so he from what we were told, he felt bad. So he wanted to compete with Olokun, so he now called Osumari and gave him a lot of stuff. Stuff that he was meant to have. He now blessed him. He gave him. This is how Osumari became so rich, respected, in Ile-Ife, from what we were told. And then Olofin gave him this big cloth told red, and that is why you will see Osumari. When you see rainbow, you could see a lot of blue in there and red, and then you see other colors too. You see, but those are the what's the word to use? The dominant colors that you will see. So, from what we are told here, from Olokun, Osumari now became so rich, respected. Hello, Jumo. How are you, my darling? Happy New Year. I've been looking for you. I said, where's my Ojumo? I hope another woman has not stolen him away from me. Lovely to have you here, my darling. Happy New Year, baby. Sorry, guys. I just seen Ojumo there. So, Osumari, now you can see there occasion that how this is when he was a mortal being. You see. But the gift that he has got, his passion, which was what he was doing, he never left that. It wasn't because Olofin was exploiting him, and then because of that he felt that, okay, let me just leave this Babalawo's work, because all of his mate are, but you will assume that because he was working for Olofin, the king of Ile-Ife at the time, because of that he would be rich, because obviously the king, Olowogon. But that was not the case. It was not until when Osumari went to cure Olokun's son, and Olokun now blessed him, and then when he now returned to Ile-Ife, Olofin now realized that, okay, he needed to give him money too, and then because he wanted to compete with Olokun, so he now from what he was thinking, he now gave Osumari even more money than what Olokun gave Osumari. Present, and in those days, what they would no. They better not try that, Ojumo, because no one can steal you, because I'll come and be chasing the person in their dreams. I will come in the form of a masquerade or Oru. I'll be saying, give me my Olokun, and I'll have like a two swords in my hands also. They will bring you back the following day. One, if I could now. Oh my God! So I don't know, Juma. I don't know what time you joined us today. We're talking about Osumari. So that was how even today you see Osumari. He from what history told us, the Olodumare loved him so much that he will only just allow him to come here to grace us his presence once in a while, and that is why we don't see rainbow all the time. And the few times that we do see, and they will see even old and young, thank you, darling. That's for Osumari, and we always exclaim, no, that's a rainbow, So today is a source of joy, as a protector of children. Also, as another thing I would tell us is whenever you see a rainbow, that's when good time to do prosperity spells. Or even if you don't know how to do any spells, you can just get a candle. You could get just pure white candles, and just you just petition. You could see the rainbow. That's this element is there. That is a good time to do prosperity or money drawing, whatever, anything that has to do with wealth or finances or prosperity, success. Because that's what this energy, that's what it represents. Also, whenever we are working with your chakra, you see, don't worry. When somebody, you see the way Olofin, he felt that he was exploiting Osumari. But you see the way God, the universe will do that. And Ifa also. Ifa knew that what was happening wasn't right. But Osumari, he was keep doing, dedicated, humble. He would still go to the palace to divine for the king, even though the king was giving him next to nothing. But you see the day his luck changed. You see. And the Olokun called him. You can see that. So it doesn't matter sometimes when somebody think they are going to make you suffer, or they are going to no. They're not the one to say that. If they are doing it, just know that it may be at the time, from the moment things are going to turn around, no one can, because I told you if you are Jenny Kokon, no one can suffer, make you suffer, or do anything. Whatever that's happening at the time, if you know what you are doing, just keep doing what you are doing. If as long as that is your passion, be dedicated and be true to it. Don't, if that person is not the one, someone else will surely show up. See the way Olokun came out for Osumari. Something that Osumari never even thought of. Everybody knew Olokun were very rich, but for Olokun to call him, you see, and then he changed from there. Odolowo, came back to Ile-Ife, very rich, respected. A lot of him was shocked, and then because of that, he now wanted to compete with Olokun. You see, something that he wasn't even thinking. He probably just was taking Osumari for granted. That just go and call him Jare, ko wa dafa, ko ba ti dafa ton ko rubo koko shilo. You see, but he will still come. Maybe sometime after doing the Ifa and doing the sacrifice, the king probably will not give him anything, but he will still come another 4 days and he will do it. He was diligent, in what he was doing. You see, and then the universe at the right time. If it's written in your destiny to be great, no one can take that away from you. I don't care whoever they think they are. That is why, that is why how powerful Olodumare is. Not your parents or your husband or your wife or your enemy that will say something will happen at that time that will change the total, course of everything. Because akole is written. After but tó bá ti wà lákọọ́lẹ̀, nothing. Something will happen. It will just totally turn things around and you'll be like, kí ló ṣẹlẹ̀, what happened, You see? And that is why gbogbo dáradára, all our goodness, gbogbo all our blessings, whatever it is that a bá fẹ́, Olódùmarè will give us. All our, only good will locate us. All the rubbish, bad news that's going on around the world will not be our portion. You see, it's wonderful having you guys here. So each and every time that I come on Alashala and I see you wonderful people, it's always a fun time for me. Thank you, my darling Ojumo. I promise you, next week Sunday I'll come out also, because I'm gonna bring the beads. I've got my Orisha beads ready, but I just want to make sure that they're already loaded on my website, and that was why I thought I would do it next weekend. Then throughout from January to March, we're going to be talking about Orishas, you see, and then from March they'll probably talk about spirituality or other topics, So it's wonderful having you guys. Happy New Year. Seeing you guys here. Let's stay safe. Let's continue to, stay safe. Yesterday, we talked a bit about COVID. The way that I will see it is some people are asking me, Alashola, should I take the vaccine? Or, the way that I see it, is I'm not going to say don't take it, because when you talk about health or being alive, it's not something we want to take for granted. You see, life is precious. At the same time, people are worried that, oh my God, already about 6,000 people took it here in the UK. No one died. They are all alive. You see, thank you. So I would not say don't take it, because if you see the way people are dropping, and now you actually have something in place. I mean, if I want to be selfish, I probably would say, oh, don't take it. I have the antiviral herbs on my website. Just buy that, and you'll be drinking that, and you'll be... No. I'm not... You guys know me. I'm blunt like that. I will say, I'm not going to say, don't take it. Prevention is better. I'm not going to say, don't take it. Don't take vaccine. No. Take it. Because when you look at, okay, was it 2 days ago or something, they said about almost, there was a day, I don't know, if 2,000 some people died in one day. That's a lot. So when and already 6,000, so when it comes to my turn, I'm just telling them, I'm going to take it. You see, because this year I'm traveling, and then when you travel, you're over, throughout last year I wasn't able to go anywhere. Because that was, when we first had, and I couldn't leave my babies, So, I mean, the dad is, even though we're not together, but, even if I travel, I won't be able to sleep over there. So I just have to stay, So, but this year definitely I'm traveling, and also so for my own health, I'll be in America at some point. I'm going to go to Nigeria, So I'm probably going to, some other places that I'm going. So all of these places that you're traveling to, you never know. But from what I found out with the vaccine, it's more like a preventive measure. That is, even though it's not that you're not going to contact the what's it called, COVID or whatever, but it would not attack your lungs. The way you would, the way what's happening now, you're probably gonna stop feeling like a form of fever or you have flu, but it wouldn't. You wouldn't. It was not gonna kill you. You're gonna come out of it. So there was just before I came on this evening. Thank you, darling. So there was this guy that I was told that he came back from Nigeria. He's in Canada. So, but what happened was, he left Nigeria, I think was the day before yesterday. And okay, the routine now is you would have to produce like a certificate to say that you don't have COVID. So as we are told, this guy must have just, in Africa when people, they need money, you don't have to do the test and they'll give you certificate. So I think that's what people are saying, that so they must have given him the all clear that, okay, I have this certificate, you can board your flight, go and give it to your the airline that's going to, they check at the airport. Once they see that, they'll check you in. And they did. So this guy left Nigeria, was it day for yesterday? So he got to Canada. 15 hours after he arrived Canada, he died. And they found out he had COVID. So which means all of the people, they were all together in that aircraft. Because don't forget, they must have, maybe they didn't bother to do the test. Or maybe they did, but he wanted to get to Canada. But in Africa, when you have money, it's okay, they don't mind. Just say, don't look, how much is it? Look, don't have to do all of it. Just take this 500,000 naira and give me the flipping certificate. Let me get out of here. And because they need money. So hello, Fred, lovely to see you, Baba mi. Good evening, Baba. Lovely having you here. Happy New Year, Baba. So as I was saying before, Baba mi Fred, don't control them. So the guy got to Canada 15 hours after he arrived Canada. He passed on, and they found out he had COVID. So now you can imagine all the people that was in that aircraft with him. Because so the airline believed that because he was able to give them a certificate that says he's in the clear, so they allowed him to board the plane. So I'm thinking that, okay, he probably from Nigeria, he already had that COVID. And he was at that aircraft with only how many people in that plane? Because if after 15 hours he arrived Canada, he died. So that means COVID was already, he's already COVID customer. God, don't mind my language. Proud to that. But because Nigeria, if you give them, Nigeria is not the only country that's happening. So guys, it's all right. It's all nice saying, oh, don't take the, you know, there's cheap in it. But when you think about life, it's so priceless. You know, whatever it is, prevention is better than cure. Some people, when they get it, they're probably able to, you know, fight it. A lot of people aren't so lucky. And I'm sure that the figure now, from when it started in UK, I think yesterday it hit 100,000 people that died so far. And I'm sure that figure is still going up. I don't want to be, you know, a victim. I don't want to be a casualty, not my family, not you guys. And that is why I'm saying I could easily say, oh, you know, I've got these herbs on my website, or you can do this and be, you know, no. Life is precious, guys. If you have the opportunity, take it. In Nigeria, I think it's 100,000. They said they are charging people over there. Yeah. Thank you, darling. Better safe than sorry. So if you are off, just take it, darling. At least you get to, you know, you're not thinking, because you never know. For me, this year I'm traveling, I'm all over. And when I travel, I'm all over the place. Even when you are not traveling, at least, you know, once you have it, you have this peace of mind that even if you come in contact with someone that has it, and then even if you do eventually, you know, get infected, it's not going to kill you. It will just be like normal flu, but you're still going to, you know, you're going to hang around. Like for me, and that's what I will say here. I mean, like I was saying in my video, a lot of people don't have to believe what I'm saying. I'm just saying that because you know, for you guys that know the way that I'm blunt like that, I'm going to take it. You know, I'm going to take it, and I'll even come and let you know the day I'm taking it. Because, you know, I want to be around here for my babies. They're still very young. And I'm still young myself. There's still a lot of stuff I wanted to do. I have not even started yet. And I don't want to not see you guys. You know, we can still, we hang around each other for a long time to come. You know, spending time like this. You know, just being family, you see. Just, you know, sharing our lives together. It's wonderful. Life is precious. There was one person that I knew, he said when he was, before he got discharged, he said when he was at the intensive care, he said to me, come, I was on the phone telling me I couldn't go and visit him. He said, they should come and look at people. I said, what happened? He said there are some people there that they are just lying down there. It was a machine that was breathing for them. They don't even know if they are dead or alive. He said the place was so depressing. And then he said to them, lovely to see, good evening, Yami. Queen Mother Coleman, lovely to have you here, ma. Good evening, ma. Happy New Year, mommy. I love you. Happy New Year. So as I was saying, you know, so he said at the intensive care, you know, he just had to tell the doctor that, look, as soon as, you know, he didn't want to hang around here, can you just give him his medication? So it's in the clear, he will go home and recover. I said, why? He said the site there is so, he said it's so depressing. If you see people, there are some people there, all of the machine around them, some of them, they're wheeling people out. You know, people are just dropping like flies. Thank you, mommy. So, you know, so when you hear that, it's real. See, guys, don't let us, you know, gamble with our lives and then think, okay, I'm not gonna be using my mask. What if, you know, what if someday you forget your mask? What if somebody you love that you can't help hugging, they've been out there, they got it, and they came there, you know, you have in contact with you. What then? You see, but at least if you will take it, there's nothing that over 6 million they're taking it in UK. No one had died yet. You see, so I'm gonna go and take mine. As soon as it's my turn, you see, I'm going to hang around. So guys, like I said, I stopped picking jobs since 2 weeks. Oh, my darling, I don't blame you. I don't. You know, your baby's so young. Don't even, you know, if you don't feel like, especially if you don't have the vaccine yet, I wouldn't suggest, Kemi, don't go. There was this other, I don't want to mention people's name. is someone that very prominent on our social media. It was female, passed on last year, very popular, and she was. I think we found out that she was at the front line, and that was at the beginning of this pandemic. You know, when it first started. So she was working at. I'm not going to mention the hospital, but she was one of the front line. Before you know it, you know, she passed on. Young kids, I'm sure they're probably going to give the husband and the children maybe £60,000 or 100,000. But compared to her life, you know, what's that going to do? I'm sure for someone like that, if she's still around today and she has the opportunity to have this vaccine, she would jump out there, you know, just so that, you know, she can still be here. She has, you know, small children. You see, but she's gone. She passed on last year. It was at the beginning of the pandemic, before people were even, you know, at the beginning when everybody was perplexed. You know, she was one of the front line. And Kemi, I'm saying this because of you said you couldn't pick up any jobs. You see, and she went. It was the hospital in Camberwell. I'm not going to. You guys know the big hospital there. That was what she was. She was working, front line support worker, I think. And then she was one of the first batch of people that, you know, there was not. She passed on Okuni, and it was so sad when I just remember her daughter, the girl, she's probably about 15, and there was another one that was like 7, and you know, young, you know, babies. See, so for someone like that, you can imagine if she was here now and she has the opportunity to have that vaccine, will she not take it? She will, because if probably she was able to have that, you know, maybe she's probably going to be hanging around now. She'll still be here for her kids. So guys, but like I will always say, it's optional. I'm not imposing myself on anyone. Like you know me, that's not my style. I'll just come here and I'll just tell you how I see it. So it's wonderful having you guys here. So I'm going to do a bit of advert for my business. As you guys are aware that I am a spiritualist. If there's anything you know, whatever a crisis you are going through right now, you know, contact us at Alashala. Like I always say to you that we have Ifa Opele for divination here. I'm very, very confident about Ifa. Ifa would never lie. Orunmila is always accurate. You see, it will tell us whatever it is that you're going through. Like I will say to you, in the past I will use tarot cards, and I stopped doing that ages ago. Why? Because tarot cards will tell you the problems, but not how you're going to resolve it. So for me, it's kind of frustrating like that. I'm a solution kind of person, you know. So for me, that doesn't. So that I stick with Ifa. Ifa will tell us this is what's happened. This is where stuff had gone wrong. This is what we can do. You can align us back, you know, with our destiny, and put us back on the right track. You see? So whatever it is you are going through, you know, life changes. You've been stagnant. Stuff are just not moving ahead. Even as we speak, we all know COVID is out there. You know, work and business are a bit slow, but still, there are stuff we can do. You know, to still want to be in your video. Of course, you can come in, darling. You see, so we can do to able to not all together, but at least we're going to be at the top form. If it's a marriage issue, marital issue, you have a law case issues, life crisis, you know, professional, you know, or private, whatever it is, give us a shout at Alashala. And if it's already you actually know what the problem was, you can still go there at Alashala. We have herbs there that you know, that remove causes and stuff, whatever it is that people have done. The herbs that we've got there, they're stuff that I have used myself. Thank you, darling. Why? Because of my own experience. They're not just something that I just there. No, they've got guarantee on it. They are. Hello, darling. Hello, Barry. Lovely to have you here, baby. You know, they are herbs that I when I was going through stuff myself, at the early stage of my spiritual awakening, when I didn't even know, when stuff when my mom just passed on. So it was those stuff that you see there. They were. It's almost like you went to the other side of the rebirth, other side of life to come and bring those things here. Those are the time when the universe showed me the secret. Use this, use that, use this, use that, and I was thinking. And today, so and initially I just thought I would do the videos, and then the mother was telling me, go out there and talk. That's what you say you're going to do, so that people that where you were, what happened to you, so that other people, how you can help them, whatever they can do to go and tell them. I said, me, how would they listen to me? And they said to me, go there and say it. If they listen, if they don't, at least you've done your own. And I cannot regret it. Because there's some calls that I will have, from different parts of the world. There are, moments. There's Alashola, some stuff they're going through, and after using, the herbs and able to come back and say, oh my God, thank you so much. There was one lady that someone said to me, oh, the way they are charging the fee on my website is a bit expensive, the charge. It's not the product. But she said to me, but your products are so good, so I don't mind, I will still come and buy it. I was laughing. I said, how much is the charge that you're going to charge me? He said, don't even worry, I'm saying your products are so good. So when you hear stuff like that, or some people will say to me, how do I connect with my Orishas? Some people will ask me, when you talk about the child of Orishas, how you are able to find out the journey, my Ifa journey also. Is thank you, darling. So all of those things, sometimes I'll just see some comments and they say, oh, you thank you so much. Oh, I don't know, this or what was happening to me. Your video just come on, and I'll sit down like this and I'll smile and I'll just thank the universe, because that's I said, and I'll say to the universe, I'm doing what you asked me to do, and I can see the reward also. You see, it's where every time I see you guys. If you want, can reach me on my WhatsApp. It's +44 7480661815, and my website is www.alashala-herbsandspiritual.com. You can inbox me also. You can send me emails, and even if I don't reply immediately, I will surely get back to you. You see, I love you guys. I love you. Happy New Year. I pray nothing bad will happen to us. Osumari. All of this pandemic that's going on in the world will not be part of it. You see, our children, all our loved ones will be protected. And we will not lack also. Nothing bad will happen to us. And that's how it will be. I love you. I love you. I really do. Bye-bye. I'll see you next week Sunday. Bye, darling. Bye.